my beloved Sunday Night Baseball we talked about last week is no longer going to be on ESPN. So ESPN is ending its relationship with Sunday Night Baseball after 35 years. I remember that when I was younger, when they NBC had the rights like for most of my childhood there at that point, and then they moved the games to ABC and NBC had it, and then it was CBS that had it. They didn't last with the 4 years of the contract they got out of it. Then it went to Fox, but ESPN has been there since then. I think it's 1990 until now. So Sunday Night Baseball is moving. Interesting to see what happens with Sunday Night Baseball. I heard a comment, and I really wanted to say where with Sunday Night Baseball, I heard somebody say this week, when they stopped doing baseball tonight, I became more of a fan of just the one team than the whole league. So I think the Sunday Night Baseball to me is for the whole league, is for everybody. This is how for years I was able to keep up with the rest of the league, the Sunday night game. I'd love to see what they do with the Sunday night game. So 2025 is going to be the last season. What do I think? What do I like to see happen? So these are 5 options. This is not predictive, but 5 options. MLB.com. I think if there's a universe where they would do that, if they really want to make MLB.com a destination, if you really want to move it, like you've seen with WWE, like you've seen with UFC, MLB.com is a good idea. I don't think they're going to do that, but I think it's definitely, if you have an idea with that, it'd be a great thing to do to put the Sunday night game there. This is, I think, more likely than people keep going past this, but absolutely could see Apple TV doing it. Their games aren't that good. I think they do. I think they do need some work. I don't think they're as bad as people are saying, but I could absolutely see them actually expanding their MLB coverage if they can get some playoff games or taking that spot from ESPN, taking a bigger role. They're looking to expand the channel. They certainly have plenty of money. So I definitely, there's a universe where I could see that for them. Amazon Prime, why not? Right? You want to talk about money? I think this Amazon, I think is the biggest well-funded app in right now in the universe as far as anywhere. Amazon has a lot of money to do it. They're signing with the NBA. I think they've already signed with the MLB. They've signed with the NBA. They're going to have that next year. They're going to have. They already have the NFL. I absolutely see Amazon Prime next year for Sunday Night Baseball. I think it's only a matter of time too before they're actually involved in baseball. I don't know if they're doing it right away, but absolutely I can see it. That's the wrong number. 3. If I had my way, this would be who it is. I think Turner Sports has been doing baseball for a long time. They had the Braves. They have the LCS. They have a League Championship Series. I think they already have a good team. Do they want to get more involved? I think Sunday Night Baseball, they could use it. And they might have a spot now that the NBA is going to be leaving. So I think this would be perfect for me to have for Turner to actually have Sunday Night Baseball to help them with their HBO Max and their streaming and everything like that. I think this would be outstanding to have them actually have it as well. I think the only one better is I think the network that has it is Fox. I don't think they cover baseball as well as they should. I think the national media is kind of thinks whatever about baseball. But I do think if they had the Sunday night game, they would be interested in. So they already have the World Series and all this other stuff. But I think the Sunday night game is something they absolutely would be interested in as well. They're basically a sports channel now. I mean, in a lot of ways. I mean, if you want to watch Fox, even the main channel, Monday through Wednesday, they have, whatever show that they have. I don't even know anymore. But like Thursday through Sunday, what are they showing? College basketball, football, etc. Like that. So have Sunday night baseball all year during the summer, it would be great instead of The Simpsons or whatever else they show on Sunday night. There you go. All right, so those are the possible destinations for Sunday Night Baseball. I really would like Fox and Turner to actually take it. I think they would do the best at it. So let's talk about probably the best position on the field in terms of maybe that or the shortstop, but you have this is a very strong list of players to even pick the top 10. Very hard to do. It tells you why, because I don't even have Mike Trout on the list. Mike Trout is going to be playing now, no longer in center, going to be in right. I didn't even put him on this list of guys on right field, whereas left field, if he had stayed center, I'd have had him on the list. So that tells you how good of a list this is of players that we have in right field. So let's go ahead and get it cracking. Colton Cowser for the Baltimore Orioles is 10. I do think Colton's going to be in the top 10. I don't know, for whatever that's worth. There is a big drop at 8 here. I mean, he's not an elite player, but there's no question about it. Cowser doesn't have to fight for a spot. He's going to be in right. I think he's going to be in the lineup every day. I think he had a good year last year, 20 home runs. I do think this guy has all-star potential written all over him. Definitely, certainly. He's very good defensively. I love this defensively too. Cowser, another reason he's on the list. He's very good defensively. So I think Cowser is 10 in right field. Again, just showing you the straight. Like, had this guy stayed in left, he is going to take over in right. Christian Yelich is going to be now full-time as DH a lot of this year. So Chirino's going to be in right, and I think the sky's the limit. Jackson Merrill and Carl Skeens and Chirino last year were the 3 best rookies, I think, in baseball, and I think he was fantastic out there. I don't think anything stopping him from having 30 home runs and 100 RBIs going forward. I like his defense as well. I think definitely he has a long way to go last year. 20 home runs, 79 RBIs. I think that's just a start for him as well. So Jackson Chirino, I definitely have him in the top 10. Top 8, you have some real talent here. Little surprised that he is back with the Dodgers, that another team didn't take him after the year he had 33 home runs, 99 RBIs, going to play in right for the Dodgers. The lineup is so stacked. I mean, we all know this, right? Ohtani and Betts. I mean, we're doing this list. We're seeing Dodgers every week, and they belong on this list. So it only helps a player, I think, as well, when you have it. Hernandez, I think, is there as well at 8. Corbin Carroll now, a lot of expectation for him last year because he had such a good rookie year. He signs this huge contract, got off to a really slow start. Didn't play well at all in the first half. Now he's in right field full-time, 22 home runs, 74 RBIs, 231. Really good in the second half. So he really looked in the second half. So if he can put it together a second half or a full season like he did in the second half, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have the sky's the limit for him. I think Carroll is, going to be one of the top players. Definitely, I definitely think the potential's still there. Not too down on Carroll. Kind of put him in the same category as Julio Rodriguez. He didn't immediately climb as high as maybe some people thought, but I think the potential is still there for young Corbin Carroll. Some of y'all are going to disagree with Garcia. That's fine. I still love him. This guy's an outstanding power hitter. Adolis Garcia for the Texas Rangers. Last year, he hit 25 home runs, 85 RBIs, 224. Average is a little lower than I like the last couple years, but definitely the power's there. I definitely see him bouncing back. I definitely see a lot of the Rangers. I've said that about a lot of Rangers. I definitely see them bouncing back and getting back into more of what we've seen from them as well. I have him at 6. Great power hitter. I think he's got a great throwing arm in the outfield, number 6. MVP candidates here pretty much here at 5. Fernando Tatis. Only thing he's ever done wrong is he did have I take it back. He did have the where he got in some trouble as far as failing the test and all that, etc. So he missed some games. 21 home runs, 49 RBIs. Keep him on the field, and there's no problem as well. Has some problems, got to get his mind right, but I think the talent is absolutely there. This guy is a masher when he's absolutely healthy as well. But just got to get his mind right. That's the only flaw in his game. Could play many positions on the field. I think he's outstanding in right field as well. Tatis is their number 5. Kyle Tucker. Something is wrong if the Astros traded this guy away. The money he must have been asking for is a thing, because that's got to be the only reason. Because Tucker, I think the secret's out. I mean, I think Kyle Tucker is a fantastic offensive player as well. So he's going to Chicago. He's going to be the alpha in the room, the best offensive player. They had 289 last year, 23 home runs, 49 RBIs. Staying healthy again the whole year, but absolutely Tucker, I think, is going to be one of the highest paid players in all of baseball. Still really young. I mean, Tucker's about 28 years old, very accomplished, played on a World Series team. A lot to like about Tucker. I'm surprised that the Astros actually moved him. Ronald Acuna Jr., we know what he can do. He had 50-50 the season before. Like a lot of the Braves, had an injury last year, didn't play as much. But Acuna, I think, is about as good of a prospect as you can get. Definitely think that Acuna can get back to the number 1 spot as one of the best player in all of baseball. Just got to stay healthy. No other reason to not think that. Juan Soto, I think, would be number 1 most of the time on teams, but signed for a whole lot of money. I mean, that was a whole lot of money with the Mets. Biggest contract, I think, in MLB history. Already hit a home run in spring training. Defensively, he's not good. That's the only thing. I mean, he's just not thinking sometimes in the outfield. But no one cares because he's such a tremendous hitter as well. Certainly, even with Aaron Judge on his team, the number 1, 41 home runs, 100. I mean, just offensively and every standard, fantastic. He's still not as good as the Judge, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge again last season, 58 home runs, 144 RBIs. The Yankee captain. Only thing I would say, he's getting older. I think it is a thing, him going back to right. I think not a good idea putting him in center. They're going to have Bellinger this year, but Judge, no question. Nothing to worry about. He's over 50 home runs like every year. No question about it. There you go. So those are the top 10 right fielders in 2025 in MLB. Next week, we're going to go over the pitchers. So we have 3 more left here as well as we march towards the beginning. Oh, 4 more. I think, no, not the pitchers. DH next week. We're going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and talk about the Orioles' second spring training report. So that's going on. So now we're in full swing. So last week, guys just started the report, kind of getting started. Now we're in the games. Now we're in the things that are happening for sure. Second spring training report for the Orioles. So they lost the spring training opener to the Pirates 10-5. Emmanuel Rivera hit a home run in the 8th inning. First pitch, Albert Suarez pitched inning in 2/3, gave up 2 runs. It's a start as well. I think just getting it out the way, getting it start is a good thing for the Orioles. I don't know who's going to be on the bench. I think that's going to be a thing. I don't know how much these at-bats are going to matter on the bench for some of these guys. So be interesting to see how that goes as well. Cade Povich had 2 innings in his first spring training game. This is the second game against the Phillies. That was on Sunday. Gave up no runs. Former Phillies, Vladimir Mishkin hit a home run in the 2nd inning for the Orioles. Like, I saw it on Twitter when somebody said, like, who is that? Like, that's spring training. You're gonna get a lot of guys you don't know play for the Phillies. I don't think he's gonna make the team. I think he's just a guy who's just here, you know, before the outright on playing double A, something like that. Get them ready. Norfolk is the thing. Sometimes you want to have guys ready who have some major league experience. Double A is probably, to me, the last time you're really developing guys. Triple A, you want guys, you're developing guys, but you want some guys there that are kind of like 4A players, guys that are ready to take a spot on the major league roster. Guys maybe you don't have a long-term future with, but guys you have on the roster ready to play and fill in if guys get hurt. That's a lot of the function of AAA, a guy like that. Sagano pitched his first live practice at Ed Smith Stadium on Friday. Will arrive from Japan, quickly animated through a side session on Tuesday. Sagano only needed 6 pitches to get the first inning and started in the second inning quickly, getting the first 2 batters out as well. All accounts, he's looked very good in spring training. I've not heard any negative with him as far as the way he's looked. Him and Charlie Morton have looked good so far. Now, it's still early in the spring. We're not in the games and all that other stuff yet. They're still kind of getting stuff ready. But everything has looked good as well. There's no indication that this is an error or anything like that. He's really pitched well. Dylan Beavers having a very strong spring. Underappreciated prospect. Shout out to Cam Bryce, who wrote this right here. Underappreciated prospect that's not talked much about. He's really having a good spring. I love Dylan Beavers. Not by me. I think Dylan Beavers is all these outfielders. I kind of can't understand what Michael Elias is doing. You got Bradfield, you got Dylan Beavers, you got Honeycutt, you have Kerstad, you have Kowser, and you brought in Carlson. I don't know what you're doing with all these outfielders, but that's not stopping a young player like Dylan Beavers from really tearing the cover off the ball during the spring. Brandon Hyde said on February 25th, we'll throw a couple more live BP sessions and one more tomorrow and on Thursday. Boy, it's so non-committal on Felix. I don't know why they're not letting it rip at this point. I think I talked about this last week as well. But it's been 16 months. Let it rip. Let's see what we got at this point. They're just slow walking everything with Felix. But I like to see it. At this point, you should be letting it rip. But they're just kind of just slow walking everything with Felix. Chase McDermott has still not been cleared to begin activities. However, he said earlier today that he feels good after going miles chant last year. So doubtful we'll have McDermott at the beginning of the year. It depends on how he feels. I think you see maybe May or something like that. I'm not sure there's a spot for him anyway, so there's no reason to rush. So you may see him in Norfolk or whatever anyway, send him down. And then if you need him here, I think bullpen is more where he is going to be. Brandon Young, expected spring speaking at Norfolk, was tossed to scoreless innings pitches at Clearwater's, retired the side in the 7th, in the 5th. So Brandon Young's looked pretty good here. Look, you don't have Chance McDermott as well. You're going to have somebody ready and every. I think the guy that maybe he called up first is Brandon Young. He has looked pretty good. A couple scoreless innings so far as Orioles pitching prospects, and Orioles have a 2-2 record, whatever that's worth, in spring training. So definitely Orioles are going through the spring. Everything's been good so far. There hasn't been any major injuries or anything yet to report as well. Guys looking healthy as well. We're still waiting on Batista to go ahead and pitch in a game. We'll see. So definitely the Orioles, as they're trudging through spring training, we're going to have a game here at the end of March. Thank you very much